What's up, people? My name is Shaggy, the opinionated hippie, and today I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite Pink Floyd songs. This is not a list of Pink Floyd songs I would give to somebody who was just getting into Pink Floyd, who's like, hey man, heard about this band named Pink Floyd. Can you recommend 10 songs I should check out? These are not the songs I would give them. These are the songs of somebody who's been listening to Pink Floyd for literally over 4 decades. And there are a handful of songs, pretty much anything you hear on the radio, mostly everything you would find on a greatest hits package, if such a thing exists. Most of the stuff they play live, sadly, that I've heard so many times that I can't listen to them anymore. I could probably sit here and sing you every note of these songs. But as my favorites, I can't say I rank them as my favorites. They aren't things I listen to. They are great. They are epic. Pink Floyd deserves the praise they get. The guitar solos from Gilmour, the lyrics from Waters, the drumming from Mason, the keyboard playing from Wright. All these things are fantastic. But these are the songs that still, 42 years after I first got into Pink Floyd at a very young age, because a friend of mine in 5th grade got the Wall for a birthday present. These are the songs that I still like. I really enjoy these songs. 3 albums are probably overrepresented. More than they should be. One of them kind of deserves to be. The other 2 were low on my album list, but I like these songs a lot. These are the songs that helped raise those albums to the heights they were at. But yeah, that's about it. And this falls under the Zappa canon, the Zappa umbrella of big note, because Zappa jammed with Pink Floyd in the late 60s at the Amugis Festival on Interstellar Overdrive. And his particular type of guitar playing kind of didn't fit. Didn't go in with their psych space rock, I'll be honest, my opinion. That's out on YouTube. There's video of the jam from Interstellar Overdrive, and then the actual audio is out there, and the audio is pretty poor. Not as good as the video. But anyways, the songs. I'm going to go through them, and then at the end I will put up the list in case you want to see them all in their totality. The list in its totality, not the songs. Number 10, off the final cut, Your Possible Pasts. The second song. Love the lyrics, love the whole idea of like all the sort of things your possible past can reveal. People who were in your possible past, and like, do you remember me? How we used to be? You know, kind of returning from a war and finding somebody who's moved on, maybe because, you know, their recent past is much different than your recent past. Just some kind of well-written lyrics to sort of describe that experience. I'm assuming that's what it's about, since this whole album deals with war. The guitar solo on here by Gilmour is ridiculous. It is so good. Somebody made a comment on that Pink Floyd album, right there, that comment about how David Gilmour's guitar playing, his guitar seems to be connected to his soul, and just this guitar solo very much supports that idea. You can feel the pain, you can feel the emotion. It's just like, yeah, it's a great guitar solo. I think it's a great song on an underrated, kind of maligned album, mainly because it was a Roger Waters solo album, you know, in name, even though it's not, because the David Gilmour guitar parts are kind of what makes it as good as it is. But anyways, great song. Number 9 also comes from the final cut. Number 10 was the second song. This is the penultimate song, so the second to last song, Not Now, John. The only flat out rocker on the album. It's over the top. It's ridiculous. It's kind of silly. Gilmour sings on it. Waters and Gilmour sing on it. Again, Gilmour delivers just like a straight rock solo. It's like Gilmour-esque, definitely, but it's more rock. It's got some like just kind of rock conventions in it. This has one of my favorite lines of all time, and a discography filled with incredible lyrics. One of my favorite lines, and it's the way it's delivered, maybe more than the line, but it's also the line, is at the end of the song, Roger Waters is going off on maybe all the people they should attack. You know, like, let's bring the Russian bear to its knees. And then the following line, one of my favorite, is maybe not the Russian bear, maybe the Swedes. Yes, because what have the Swedes ever done to anybody or for anybody? They gave us ABBA. They gave us ABBA and ginger snaps. We should not be attacking the Swedes. But I love that line. I love the sort of mentality of like, we got to attack somebody. You know, maybe not the Russian bear, maybe the Swedes. Love it. My grandmother was Swedish. So I'm a quarter Swedish at least. Right? Is that how that works? I don't know. Because my dad was not Swedish at all, and neither was my grandpa. So yeah, I'm a quarter Swedish. But anyways, yeah. So the Swedes. Number 9, Not Now John. Number 8, the opening track on Saucer Full of Secrets, Let There Be More Light. Straight up psych rocker, opens with this incredibly aggressive bass line that I think is phenomenal. This is one of those in which I think the bass playing and the keyboard playing in particular have a very ominous, very like both Wright and Waters at their peak as far as their early psych sound. After that really aggressive opening, they kind of run through a bunch of different like psych rock conventions over the course of the song, but I think they all work. I think it's a great song. I think I said this in the album video, that this sounds like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard listen to this album every time they make an album and they draw inspiration from like this entire album, but especially this song. This song sounds like it could have fit on like Infest the Rat's Nest from King Gizzard, or it could have fit on KG or even LW. Very strong. What King Gizzard is doing with psych music now, this is like what Pink Floyd did on this one song. King Gizzard has just made a career out of it. Number 8, Let There Be More Light. Number 7, Fearless, the first of 3 songs on this list off Metal. That progression, that dun 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 bum bum is just gets me every time. I just love the way it just kind of builds, and then there's that kind of release, but then you immediately kind of jump back into a little bit of tension. The choral singing at the end of what I think is a football crowd doing it just works together purposely. The singing, the vocals, I mean the lyrics, all of it works. It is one of 3 absolutely spectacular tracks off Metal. Number 7, Fearless. Number 6, Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun. Also off A Saucer Full of Secrets. I slept on this song and I slept on this album until I was in Indianapolis in 2001 and Mo was playing at the Murat Theater where I'd seen Fish there like 7 years earlier. Great show, that 94 Fish show. They played in the second set, they played this, Set the Control for the Heart of the Sun, into their song So Long. And it just made me fall in love with Set the Controls. Love the title, love the whole image of, hey, let's just do this. Let's just drive right into the sun. But it's got another great bass line by Roger Waters. Richard Wright's keyboards have that just that blanket of just creepy noise. It seems like on this album, A Saucer Full in particular, Richard Wright knew what his good sound was. He knew it wasn't something like, I'm not a big fan of Ummagumma. And like his like overindulgent Ummagumma keyboard tracks, Sisyphus, I don't think are that good. This, where he's just providing those eerie, creepy blankets of synth noise, keyboard noise, this is what I think Wright does best. And I think this song is just creepy. That bass line is creepy. There's a sinisterness to it. And it's one of those I can just go back and listen to over and over and over. And I want to think Mo stretched it out for quite a bit. My memory of it, I never went back and sought out a tape, so I have not yet heard it again. But I just remember being blown away at the time. And I went back and revisited the album and fell in love with it all over again. So I got to thank Mo for that. I also got to say, just to maybe give away something, Mo covers San Bernardino. And Mo also, Chuck Garvey has been known to drop an Inca Roads quote into some of his solos. So watch out for that video, guys. Number 5, The Great Gig in the Sky. The only song off Dark Side of the Moon on here, because the rest of those songs I've heard far too many times. But The Great Gig in the Sky, everything about this, the piano, Claire Torrey's fantastic vocal performance, just... I think there's an interview, I've seen a couple interviews with her where I think she was essentially just kind of told to just kind of improvise and kind of just feel it and go with it and like do whatever. If I'm not mistaken, given a little bit of direction, but there was freedom in what she did. No words, she just sings. And it is chilling. It is like spectacular. It is one of the greatest vocal performances of all time. And live, I want to say almost Pink Floyd, I think, has always done this live in the Gilmour era. I don't think Roger Waters has, but anytime I've seen it live with Pink Floyd, whoever is stepping up and doing the singing, it's just a goosebump-inducing moment, just because the arrangement is perfect and their ability to just fly over this arrangement and like show off their chops Yeah, there should be like a jazz standard for all singers. Like every jazz band who has like a vocalist should play this so they have a chance to just like strut. Oh, what a great, great song. Number 5, The Great Gig in the Sky. Number 4, also off metal, the greatest psych song ever written, psych rock song ever written, I would say, just as far as pure psych rock energy. One of these days, I'm going to chop you into little pieces. It's just the bass line, the ending guitar solo, the middle part with the do 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 do, and then the voice comes in. One of these days, I'm gonna chop you into little pieces, and then we just like finish with like a fury, just an absolutely ridiculous guitar solo to close it out. Just pure like the beginnings just is nothing but energy, just rock and energy, and then we get to that part where you're just like you're like frustrated and you're building up the energy, and then it's just like cathartic release at the end that you never want to end. Like I said in the first video, it was between sets at some Austin Psych Fest show in like 2012. We were all sitting around chilling out, and this song came over the loudspeakers, and the sound man cranked it up, and everybody's like, yeah, this is it. And when that was done, I was like, that's the greatest psych song ever, man, bar none. I still think that's the case. Psych rock at its best. Number 3, Wish You Were Here. This is a song I don't think I could ever get sick of listening to. Everything about it. Gilmour's guitar playing, the lyrics, the vocal delivery, everything about this is just perfect. And the story behind it, you know, about it maybe being about being about Syd Barrett, and then him showing up for the recording when they were doing like Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Just everything about this I just think is like special, and it's really just like, it's like almost a perfect song. Like it's just one of the greatest ballads ever written, if you could call it a ballad. You know, it's slow, it's acoustic, but yeah, How I Wish You Were Here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. I mean, it's true. It's like rock lyrics can be cliches at some time, and I think there might be some cliches in this, but these are like true cliches. These are things that always ring true. And I think about people I've known and people I have relationships with, and like the way we've been like two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. You know, it's just, it rings true in ways I kind of wish it didn't sometimes. But yeah, I still think it's a powerful song after all this time. And it's one of those, if you have somebody who does reaction videos and they put a lot of thought into it, and like they're actually more than just like, that was a good song and we move on. But this is one of those that I kind of like watching people to react to this, because the lyrics really do, I think, pack a punch that has not faded with me after all these decades. Number 3, Wish You Were Here. Number 2, Dogs off Animals, all 17 and a half minutes of it. Great guitar playing, solo-wise, acoustic-wise, lyrics I love. Love the middle space section, love all the jams in it. Everything about this song I think is great. I am a big fan of really long songs. I think when a band makes a really long song and it pays off, I think it makes it better than a shorter song. Obviously, you get more of it, but I'm one of those who want things to go longer. Sometimes, what is that album called? Topographic Oceans. It doesn't quite pay off, and you might get bored on at least one of them. But when it does work, and just the way it kind of fades in with that acoustic guitar strumming in the beginning, and it has that ominous vibe, and you get those kind of creepy, ominous keyboards, not too prominent, but they're clearly there. And then, oh yeah, just the whole thing about got to keep one eye looking over your shoulder. Like there's a sense of paranoia in it, and there's a sense of like, you kind of got to watch out over your back. Like everything about this works. Like the form and the function work together perfectly. The lyrics, the music, it all just like, it's like a band, a songwriter, everybody is in peak form for 17 and a half minutes. And it is just the drumming, everything. Perfect song. Perfect song. Only song better than that in their catalog, number 1, also off metal, Echoes. One of these days might be the greatest psych rock song. I would argue that this is probably maybe one of the greatest space psych prog rock songs. You got 3 little qualifiers there. Maybe the best space rock song, would this qualify as space psych? Space psych. Yeah, again, beautiful, beautiful song. Starting out with that single, bing, you know, just like kind of the singularity, bing, and then everything kind of like the creation of the universe. You got that bing, and then everything just kind of grows from there and kind of just floats, and then you get the lyrics which float, and then you get these great guitar breaks, and then you get that crazy funk jam in the middle where things just get crazy funky, and then you got the space interlude, and then you come back with that crazy like riff that comes back into the final part of the song, like just, and then the sort of like wind up at the end, like a perfectly crafted, performed, delivered, conceptualized, executed song in every way, shape, and form. And if you haven't seen it queued up with the last 23 and a half minutes of 2001: A Space Odyssey, as soon as you're done with this video, go search that on YouTube and watch it. It works, it fits, it's kind of creepy how well it fits. Yeah, it just works. It's neat. It's a great thing. It's good entertainment. But yeah, that's it. Those are my top 10 favorite Pink Floyd songs as of this day, September 2022. There they all are, right there, your list for your perusal. There's a lot of great Pink Floyd songs not on this list, like I said. These are the ones I listen to. These are the ones that I can still handle at this point. But anyways, that's it. Let me know what your favorites are. Let me know what I missed, what I forgot about, what should be on this list, other than those like classics. Like, I know Comfortably Numb. I know these are great songs. Shining You Crazy Diamond. Yeah, I recognize all that. I just can't listen to them anymore. So anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Go listen to music, people. That's the point of this, to get other people to enjoy his music as much as I do. Because as a great man once said, music is the best. Peace, y'all. Talk to you later.